Right. Right. Good evening, all, and welcome to another broadcast. Tonight, we're doing something a little bit different. We are talking about the impact of child grooming and child trafficking, and because it's not getting spoke about enough. So, what better person that knows about it, Philip Cham, a little celebrity he is, to come on and speak about it. Welcome.
Well, thank you. I wouldn't say I know about it. It's becoming much more in my consciousness. Listening to the story from different people.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the last couple of years, I've been obviously involved in the fashion industry a lot more, and I'm just hearing some horrendous stories coming through. And it's just by chance, the last couple of years, we're seeing a lot of different programs on TV. So it's a hidden agenda.
It is.
But obviously, it's like the thing is, people are so busy with their life and the things are happening, in their street, and they don't even realize that's going on. And in terms of sex workers and people who coming from European, they're hoping for a good job, and all of a sudden that they go worse off. And that's horrendous. And in fact, I can't remember the exact statistics, but the statistics in the UK is incredibly high. I was so shocked. I think a couple of months ago, I saw a program. I said, "Wow, this is incredible," and they're preying on people from Eastern Europe and also in the subcontinent, looking for a better life.
Absolutely, because obviously it's just sickens and boils my blood to see all these defenseless, innocent, vulnerable children just being targeted like this, and the police do nothing about it, the government do nothing about it. They address it, but they don't act on it.
Well, yeah, exactly. They acknowledge it exists, but the actual real action is just there's nothing. I can appreciate also because a lot of the police force been cut down for the last couple of years, so they're really overstretched in terms of manpower. So I appreciate that, and I got friends in the police, and I know how hard they work, But it's the people who's actually in control of the policies, and they are making the decisions, and they're not really listening to what's happening. They're thinking from their own limited experience,
Absolutely.
And basically they're doing some of them are doing a job. It's just like some people do just to get a paycheck, but other people who really care, and that's in all professions. It doesn't matter what is your teacher, in NHS or what. There's some people with a paycheck, other people really, are doing it for, they want to make a good service. And I know the social workers as well, especially in the last 20 years. I can remember I was briefing, I was still a full-time teacher, and then one of the social workers in the area came in and said they got a 3-year backlog in cases. And they know, and they're actually sicker than that they know actually every day they just send some kids back home where they've been abused by, a member of the family. But because they're so got backlog, there's nothing they can do about it. And the shocking thing is that they reckon that over 50% of the people they deal with have to be sent back to the abuser, knowing that there's a problem there. But they're so overwhelmed with the cases because there's such a short staff.
Yeah, see, obviously while you were talking, I've literally just gone to my phone now and I pulled up an article which clearly says former Labour MP Eric Joyce has pleaded guilty to making an indecent photograph of a child. A former Labour MP.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, so they're positioned in power, and then you sometimes we're not asking the obvious question, the right questions. It is like anything in life. If you ask the wrong questions, therefore the problem will exist forever. You can throw your money at it, left, right, and centre, or you don't take reaction. You're just trying to put a plaster over some serious problem and not get to the roots.
Absolutely.
I think the other thing parents should start to be aware. Obviously, most parents know how your kids behave and so on,
Yeah.
and sometimes when they've been groomed, and the parents don't know about it until literally maybe 2, 3, even 5 years down the line. You know, but look at the behaviour when your child starts behaving unnaturally or being very quiet and very moody. Don't try to blame them for anything. The
No.
kids, they're scared because they think the parents are going to have a go. Yeah, they're young. That's why
Yeah.
these.
See, with my daughter, I'm fighting for. Obviously, I've raised a serious safeguarding and welfare concern regarding her safety, like all protected people, parents are supposed to do. And obviously, I know this is going on a different, which I will be telling my story on a different broadcast. But when I raised that with the judge, he's threatened me with a restraining order if I continue to keep pursuing this. So there's clearly something going on, and he's discharged Kafkas. So
Mm,
there's clearly something going on, and they're just not telling me. And I'm hoping there's no sexual assault in there. I know there's physical assault, but I
mm.
just hope there's no sexual assault because I will go off the rails.
Yeah, yeah. I say it's obviously a difficult situation for you. And again, if we look at the last 20, 30 years, there's obviously a breakdown in terms of relationship, marriage,
Yeah.
there's also divorces and so on.
Yeah.
And some of the kids that you know they don't, in some family there's no role model, and there's no one to listen to the child. You know,
Mm.
and all of a sudden, well, they feel alone. They're not listened to at home, and so they will accept anyone who that will just listen to them.
Yeah.
I mean, I know this one young girl has done incredible things, and when she presented to her mum, you know, she was totally blank, and it was so devastating, you know. And I know other very able kids, you know, they've done excellent things, and there's no support at home, you know, there's no
Mm.
praise, no love there. So in the absence of love and care, they will look at whoever will listen to them, and also these manipulators are very clever to suss out, you know,
Absolutely.
and they will promise all these things, you know, and before then, yeah, and they would then obviously then um, groom them in a way that thinking that they're special, they're loved, and then later on, then they turn the nasty things on when it's just too late.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And all this needs to be addressed massively.
I
But
think
I
it's
know
also
people. Yeah.
it's awareness. I think it's
Yeah.
important for parents to spend time just talking to your kids, you know, every
Yeah.
day. Just even if it's about quality time, you don't have to spend hours and hours, but just ask them, you know, how what's your day been like? What have you been doing? You know, simple things like this, so they actually feel they're heard. You know, they're listened to. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
where their families are split up, there's no leadership there. If they can't find a member of the family, it could be uncle, aunts, grandparents to talk to, then they're really in a very lonely situation. You
Which will
know.
develop mental health in near older age.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
I will with a number of kids who are lacking. They're very talented, very talented. And I can remember a long time ago. There's a gymnast who you know, came to my club. He was a fantastic. He was a natural. You know, he's a natural, and literally, most of us have to warm up. He literally don't warm up, and he does these incredible agility. And he was actually good enough to be probably go to perform for England. But
Wow.
when he goes, yeah, he's got that ability. But then just on he was just coming up to that stage to going to his competition, he dropped out, and
No.
because of and he couldn't go to his dad say, you know, a gymnast are puffy, you know, you got to be gay to do that. In those times, obviously, gay is different today and now compared to 30, 40 years ago, you know.
Absolutely.
And he made him feel so bad. You know, he didn't dare to actually talk to his dad because he could have become an England gymnast. Now, anyone who's done gymnastics is not a soft sport. You know,
Um,
if you ever been in those days, we didn't even have these hand guys. We just had bare hands. We just chalked up, go on the
yeah.
bar, swing, and sometimes you get blooded and you chalk up again. So it's not a easy sport back at that time.
See, I was never supported off my parents because when I was going through college, we've got something called a soccer dome near where we are, where obviously you go and play football every week. And I joined the team. This was years ago now. I've not played for ages, and obviously college was full of support with that. My parents were never supportive of it, never. And I do admit, with the position I played, I got hurt. I got hurt quite a lot because obviously I was a goalkeeper, which is one of the toughest positions on a football pitch. But I still did all right. But just that lack of support has a massive psychological and emotional and mental impact on somebody.
Yeah, well, I know exactly the same because my parents never had the time to ever see me play sports. You know, even though I was winning different things. You see, and also sometimes I always say my best time was my worst time because obviously when you win a championship and some of the trophy, and obviously you feel great. You know, you go to and you collect your trophy, but there was no one to share with.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, my parents has never seen me play any sport. And then also, I know from my younger brother, there's a big age gap between me and my brother. So I've actually never seen him in action except when he's 6 years old. He was bombing around the ice skating rink. I thought, crikey, he's gonna kill himself, but he was in control. You know, but my parents never supported me. He
Yeah,
goes to the ice cream.
See, I know we're going like practically going from child grooming to child abuse, but it's still in the same category when it comes to it. And last time I seen the figures, and this was last year, November 2017, when you were mentioning about social services, over 50,000 children ran away from foster care because of the abuse. Over 50,000.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's two sides. There some people that don't care at all. There's other people who care, are overworked, and they're short resources. But it's coming at the system is wrong. You know,
absolutely.
and so when the system is wrong, you got the people who care. They're working their guts out, and they're burning themselves out. You know, and the people who don't care, then basically they're actually adding to the problem. They're not actually helping the problem.
So whoever watches this, put it in the comments. I know you'll be putting it in the comments on YouTube because this way, it's going to be uploaded. But we need to upload it to like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, a lot, just to get people's opinion on child grooming and child abuse. Because I was abused growing up. Philip was, and it needs to be addressed.
I think the key things for this interview that we have, a conversation we're having, is for the parents, just take time every day, even if it's a short time, just sit down with them individually. So if you've got one, two or more kids, that 5-10 minutes, just sitting down to one, just say, hey, how are you doing? What's happening? And blah, blah, blah. You know, those actually pretend and actually listen to their feelings. Don't make a judgment. You know, because kids, when they think we're judging them, they'll clamp up. You know, and also we can reduce the bullying, you know, across the country, but if the parents start to listen and don't start judging their kids, you know, just accept their feelings, whatever you think, just accept their feelings. And I think that itself can actually, you know, cut down the lot of potential bullying and the lack of self-worth. It's a lack of self-worth they can easily get prey on because they don't feel love, you know, or the tension at home.
Absolutely, because obviously I'm saying right now live that I have been guilty of this, but I've now changed my ways where, for example, kids don't listen. They do not listen, but it's time we got them to listen. And yeah, kids are going to make a mess of the rooms. Of course they are. And they ain't going to want to clean it up because they're too busy on the tablets, too busy watching YouTube, whatever. But you don't attack the child for what they've done. You attack the situation. You attack what has happened in the room. And like I've always said to people, where there's a problem, there is always a solution. So I admit there is a problem. So let's find a way together in finding a solution in this, because there is no I in team.
Yeah, you hit it on the nail. You see, it's the behavior. Address the behavior, not the person. Don't say you're stupid, so and so. But you address the action. Say, oh, you rather than say you done it wrong, saying maybe we could do this better. And sometimes a slight change of words help the emphasis.
Absolutely.
Uh, and I think all the time it's a short way to get rid of anger. Sometimes when you're tired, and some parents they are so angry with the kids. I thought, why? That's not necessary. I've been to lots of different homes, and also I can see the good parents and the people. I would say bad parents is sometimes that they're not been trained or haven't taken time. Because also we follow our mum and dad up to a point. But until you question it, was my mum and dad what they taught me, was that correct? I had to ask myself those questions.
Yeah.
And clearly, and also in the Chinese culture, there are certain things, you don't talk to your parents, even if their parents are wrong, you don't say nothing, because that's disrespectful. And so that was drummed in when I say, if an adult says something, you just accept it, even if they're wrong.
Absolutely. And on that note, we will end it because I know the time limit's coming up. There you go. Two brilliant minds coming together. One celebrity, not me, Philip, coming together to share brilliant minds. And this will be applauded.
Thank you.